Clinical trials are essential studies that help us understand how new medical treatments, drugs, or devices work in people. They are the backbone of medical advancement, offering a structured way to test safety and effectiveness before treatments become widely available. Without clinical trials, we wouldn't have the evidence needed to ensure that new therapies are both safe and beneficial. These trials are carefully designed and follow strict protocols to protect participants and gather reliable data. In this video, we'll explore the journey of clinical trials from their initial design to their impact on healthcare. Let's start by understanding what clinical trials really are and why they matter so much. Medical research aims to answer important questions about health and disease. Through research, scientists discover new ways to prevent, diagnose, and treat illnesses. Clinical trials are a key part of this process, providing the evidence needed to move discoveries from the lab to the clinic. Every breakthrough in medicine, from vaccines to cancer therapy, starts with research. The purpose is not just to find new treatments, but to improve quality of life and patient outcome. By participating in research, volunteers help advance science and contribute to better healthcare for everyone. Clinical trials are conducted in phases, each with a specific goal. Phase 1 trials test a new treatment in a small group of people to evaluate its safety and determine the right dosage. Phase 2 expands the study to more participants, focusing on effectiveness and side effects. Phase 3 involves even larger groups to confirm results and monitor adverse reactions. Finally, Phase 4 takes place after approval, tracking long-term effects in the general population. Each phase builds on the previous one, ensuring that only the safest and most effective treatments reach patients. Designing a clinical trial is a meticulous process. Researchers must define clear objectives, select appropriate participants, and choose the right methods for collecting data. They also decide on control groups and randomization to minimize bias. The design ensures that the results are reliable and can be trusted by the medical community. Every detail, from the number of participants to how outcomes are measured, is carefully planned. This planning stage is crucial for the success of the trial and the safety of those involved. Not everyone can join a clinical trial. Each study has specific criteria, called inclusion and exclusion criteria, that determine who is eligible. These criteria are based on factors like age, gender, medical history, and current health status. The goal is to select participants who are most likely to benefit from the treatment and to ensure their safety. Researchers carefully review applications and medical records before enrolling anyone. This careful selection helps produce accurate results and protects participants from unnecessary risks. For joining a clinical trial, participants must give informed consent. This means they receive detailed information about the study, including its purpose, procedures, risks, and potential benefits. Participants have the right to ask questions and take time to decide if they want to join. Informed consent is a fundamental ethical principle in research, ensuring that volunteers understand what they're agreeing to. It protects their rights and helps build trust between researchers and participants. Randomization is a key part of many clinical trials. It means that participants are assigned to different groups by chance, not by choice. This process helps ensure that the groups are similar and that the results are not biased by outside factors. Randomization makes the findings more reliable and helps researchers draw accurate conclusions about the treatment being tested. It's a scientific way to make sure the study is fair and objective. Control groups are another important feature of clinical trials. These groups receive either a standard treatment or a placebo, allowing researchers to compare results with those who get the new treatment. By having a control group, scientists can see if the new therapy truly makes a difference. This comparison is essential for proving that a treatment works and is safe. Control groups help eliminate bias and strengthen the evidence gathered during the trial. Blinding is a technique used in clinical trials to prevent bias. In single-blind studies, participants don't know which treatment they're receiving. In double-blind studies, neither the participants nor the researchers know. This helps ensure that expectations don't influence the results. Blinding is especially important when measuring outcomes that could be affected by personal beliefs or hopes. By keeping everyone in the dark, researchers can collect more objective and trustworthy data. Recruiting participants for a clinical trial is a detailed process. Researchers advertise the study, screen potential volunteers, and explain the trial in detail. They answer questions and make sure each person understands what's involved. The recruitment phase is crucial because having the right participants ensures the study's success. Researchers work hard to reach diverse groups so that the results apply to as many people as possible. This careful process helps build a strong foundation for the trial. Every clinical trial must be approved by an ethics committee. These committees review the study's design, risks, and benefits to make sure participants are protected. They ensure that the research follows ethical guidelines and respects the rights of volunteers. Ethics committees play a vital role in maintaining public trust and upholding the highest standards in medical research. Their oversight helps prevent harm and ensures that studies are conducted responsibly. Safety is a top priority in clinical trials. Researchers closely monitor participants for any side effects or unexpected reactions. Regular checkups, lab tests, and questionnaires help track health throughout the study. If any serious problems arise, the trial can be paused or stopped to protect participants. This careful monitoring ensures that risks are minimized and that everyone's well-being is safeguarded at every stage of the trial. Collecting accurate data is essential for the success of a clinical trial. Researchers use a variety of tools, such as medical tests, surveys, and electronic records to gather information. Every detail is carefully recorded and analyzed to ensure the results are meaningful. Good data collection helps answer the study's main questions and supports the development of new treatments. It's a meticulous process that requires attention to detail and strict organization. Once data is collected, researchers analyze the results to see if the treatment works. They use statistical methods to compare groups and look for patterns. This analysis helps determine if the new therapy is effective and safe. The findings are reviewed by experts and sometimes published in scientific journals. Careful analysis ensures that only the best treatments move forward and that decisions are based on solid evidence. After a clinical trial ends, the results are reported to the public and the medical community. Researchers share their findings in scientific journals, at conferences, and sometimes through news outlets. Transparency is important, so both positive and negative results are published. This openness helps doctors, patients, and policymakers make informed decisions about new treatments. Reporting findings is a key step in turning research into real-world healthcare improvement. Before a new treatment can be widely used, it must be approved by regulatory agencies like the FDA or EMA. These agencies review all the data from clinical trials to make sure the treatment is safe and effective. Approval is a rigorous process that can take months or even years. Only after passing this review can a new drug or device be prescribed to patients. Regulatory approval protects public health and ensures high standards are met. Even after a treatment is approved, monitoring continues. Post-marketing surveillance tracks how the drug or device performs in the real world. Researchers look for rare side effects or long-term issues that might not have appeared during the trial. This ongoing vigilance helps keep patients safe and allows for quick action if problems arise. Post-marketing surveillance is an important part of the life cycle of any medical product. There are several types of clinical trials, each with a unique purpose. Treatment trials test new drugs or therapies. Prevention trials look for ways to stop diseases before they start. Diagnostic trials develop better tests for detecting illnesses. Screening trials find ways to identify diseases early. And quality of life trials focus on improving comfort for patients with chronic conditions. Each type plays a vital role in advancing healthcare. Placebo effect is a fascinating part of clinical trials. Sometimes people feel better simply because they believe they are receiving treatment, even if it's just a sugar pill. Researchers use placebos to measure the true impact of a new therapy. By comparing results between the placebo group and the treatment group, scientists can see if the new drug works better than no treatment at all. The placebo effect shows how powerful our minds can be in the healing process. Clinical research faces many challenges. Recruiting enough participants can be difficult, especially for rare diseases. Trials can be expensive and time-consuming, and sometimes unexpected problems arise. Researchers must also deal with ethical concerns and ensure that studies are fair and inclusive. Despite these challenges, the rewards are great: new treatments and better health for everyone. Overcoming obstacles is part of what makes clinical research so important and impactful. Joining a clinical trial can offer several benefits. Participants may get access to new treatments before they are widely available. They receive close medical attention and contribute to scientific progress. Some people join trials to help others, knowing their participation could lead to better therapies in the future. While there are risks, many find the experience rewarding and meaningful. Every clinical trial carries some risks. New treatments may cause side effects or not work as expected. Researchers do everything possible to minimize risks and protect participants. Before joining, volunteers are informed about potential dangers and what to do if problems arise. Understanding the risks helps people make informed decisions about whether to participate. Diversity in clinical trials is essential for accurate results. Different people can respond differently to treatments based on age, gender, ethnicity, and other factors. Researchers strive to include a wide range of participants so that findings apply to everyone. Greater diversity leads to better science and more effective healthcare for all communities. Patient advocacy groups play a big role in clinical research. They help raise awareness, support participants, and push for more inclusive studies. Advocates ensure that patient voices are heard and that research addresses real-world needs. Their involvement leads to better designed trials and more relevant results. Patient advocacy is a driving force behind many medical breakthroughs. Technology is transforming clinical trials. Electronic health records, wearable devices, and online platforms make it easier to collect and analyze data. Virtual trials allow people to participate from home, expanding access and convenience. Technology also helps researchers monitor safety in real time and communicate with participants more effectively. These advances are making clinical research faster, safer, and more efficient. Clinical research is a global effort. Scientists, doctors, and volunteers from around the world work together to find new treatments. International collaboration speeds up progress and allows for larger, more diverse studies. Sharing knowledge and resources helps overcome challenges and brings hope to patients everywhere. Global teamwork is essential for tackling the world's biggest health problems. Funding is crucial for clinical research. Trials can be expensive, requiring money for staff, equipment, and participant care. Funding comes from government agencies, private companies, and nonprofit organizations. The source of funding can influence the design and goals of a study, so transparency is important. Adequate funding ensures that trials are well run and that results are trustworthy. Transparency is a cornerstone of good research. Researchers must share their methods, results, and funding sources openly. This openness builds trust with the public and allows other scientists to verify findings. Transparent research helps prevent fraud and ensures that medical advances are based on solid evidence. It's a key part of ethical and effective clinical trials. Children sometimes participate in clinical trials, especially when treatments are being developed for pediatric conditions. Special rules protect young participants, including extra safety measures and parental consent. Researchers work closely with families to ensure that children's needs are met and that their rights are respected. Including children in research helps develop better therapies for young patients. Older adults are often included in clinical trials, especially for diseases that affect them most. Researchers pay special attention to the unique needs and risks of elderly participants. Trials may be adjusted to accommodate mobility or health concerns. Including older adults ensures that new treatments are safe and effective for everyone, regardless of age. Researching rare diseases presents unique challenges. Fewer patients mean it's harder to recruit enough participants, and funding can be limited. Despite these obstacles, rare disease trials are vital for finding treatments for conditions that affect small populations. Every breakthrough in this area brings hope to families and can lead to discoveries that benefit other diseases as well. Cancer clinical trials have led to many life-saving treatments. These studies test new drugs, therapies, and combinations to find the most effective ways to fight cancer. Participants in cancer trials often receive cutting-edge care and help advance science for future patients. Cancer research is ongoing, with new discoveries happening every year. Vaccine trials are a special type of clinical research. They test new vaccines for safety and effectiveness before they are approved for public use. These trials have played a crucial role in controlling diseases like polio, measles, and COVID-19. Vaccine development relies on careful study design and close monitoring to protect participants and the public. Genetic research is opening new doors in medicine. Clinical trials now explore how genes affect our response to treatments. Personalized medicine based on genetic information is becoming more common. These advances promise more effective therapies tailored to each individual. Genetic research is complex, but it holds great potential for the future of healthcare. Clinical trials are also crucial for mental health. Researchers test new medications, therapies, and support programs for conditions like depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia. These studies help improve treatment options and reduce stigma. Mental health trials are challenging but essential for advancing care and understanding. Chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and arthritis are major focuses of clinical research. Trials test new drugs, lifestyle changes, and devices to help manage these conditions. The goal is to improve quality of life and find better ways to prevent and treat chronic illnesses. Ongoing research brings hope to millions of people living with long-term health challenges. Digital health is a growing area of clinical research. Trials now test apps, wearable devices, and telemedicine platforms to see how they can improve care. Digital health trials make it easier for people to participate and for researchers to collect real-time data. These innovations are changing the way we approach healthcare and research. Clinical research sometimes faces ethical dilemmas. Balancing the need for scientific progress with the rights and safety of participants can be challenging. Researchers must navigate issues like informed consent, privacy, and fair treatment. Ethics committees and guidelines help address these challenges, ensuring that research is conducted responsibly and respectfully. Every clinical trial is made possible by the people who volunteer. Participants come from all walks of life and have many reasons for joining. Some hope for a cure, others want to help future patients. Their stories highlight the courage and generosity that drive medical progress. By sharing their experiences, participants inspire others and help build a better future for healthcare. Access to clinical trials is not always equal. Barriers like location, cost, and lack of information can prevent people from participating. Researchers and advocacy groups are working to make trials more accessible to everyone. Efforts include virtual trials, financial support, and better outreach. Improving access ensures that research benefits all communities. Future of clinical trials is bright. Advances in technology, data analysis, and personalized medicine are making research faster and more effective. New approaches like adaptive trials and artificial intelligence are changing the way studies are designed and conducted. The goal is to bring better treatments to patients more quickly and safely than ever before. If you're interested in joining a clinical trial, there are many ways to learn more. Hospitals, research centers, and online registries provide information about ongoing studies. Talking to your doctor is a good first step. Participation is always voluntary, and you can leave a trial at any time. Getting involved is a way to contribute to science and help shape the future of medicine. There are many myths about clinical trials. Some people think they are only for the very sick or that participants are treated like guinea pigs. In reality, trials are carefully regulated and prioritize participant safety. Many studies involve healthy volunteers and everyone's rights are protected. Clearing up misconceptions helps more people feel comfortable participating in research. Clinical trials have a huge impact on healthcare. They lead to new treatments, better prevention, and improved quality of life for patients. Every advance in medicine, from antibiotics to cancer therapies, started with research. The knowledge gained from clinical trials shapes the future of healthcare and benefits people around the world. Clinical trials and research are the foundation of modern medicine. They bring hope, innovation, and better health to millions. As we look to the future, ongoing research will continue to drive progress and improve lives. Whether you're a patient, a healthcare professional, or simply interested in science, understanding clinical trials helps us all appreciate the journey from discovery to cure. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of clinical research.